want to stay in studio. I don't know why that was happening. All right, I think we are live.
We are
Gonna.
live.
How are you today, Thomas? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Welcome to the Spew Live, Molly. It's so good to be back here in the studio. How is your Friday treating you? Did you have to work today?
I mean, was it a work day? Yes. Was I
Ah.
doing things for work? Maybe. I went and got my hair cut. I am quickly just taking a look here to double check that we actually are live.
I'm showing live on our side, 52 seconds in.
Okay, I think it was a delayed thing. It's showing up on YouTube and Twitch. I don't see us live on Facebook.
Is there any way to get us on Facehole?
I think there is, but
people looking for us will probably be looking on Instagram. I bet if one link doesn't work, the dedicated people out there will be coming to the next link.
Well, that's where I don't know if the Instagram is working either. Let me check it on my phone really quick. Thomas, how was your Friday while we do this?
Friday on spring break, did brunch with a good friend of mine, talked some mad smack, ate a scratch biscuit, put a little jam on it, living my best life. Downtown Kitchen 324 gets the shout out today. Little sweet potato hash, thanks Ozempic, but yeah, it's pretty good. You know what I mean? You just eat what you can eat, basically. Okay, so Molly,
we are definitely not live on Instagram or Facebook, so I'm going to work on that.
Well, why is that?
I don't know. It's my best guess is the something I did on my end because they had to be set up as little code thingies. Public. But I'm just gonna.
What if we just go share YouTube on Facebook and tell people right where to find us today?
I mean, that'll work too. I can literally I think I can fix it while we are streaming, possibly. But if not, that's okay. I do not think it would hurt at all for you to go on your socials, Thomas, and share the YouTube and Twitch.
I will try to get us live. So, guys, we're reporting live. We've got a great show coming up for you. We're going to be talking about current events.
Hello.
We're going to be talking about the Oscars, talking about all kinds of good stuff. I see that we are indeed live on YouTube.
We have a distinguished guest in the chat, the GNL Network, aka the Grayson and Liam Network.
Grayson and Liam calling in live. Yeah. Good to have you guys on the show. How's the weather out there right now?
Yeah, how's the weather? How's the weather, GNL?
I have a suspicion.
I bet it's pretty hot.
That it's hot.
Yeah. Okay, Thomas, did you post on your social? Actually, let me do this real quick.
I am posting right now. We are now live via YouTube and probably on Twitch, but I don't really know how to do Twitch. So
we're live on Twitch and YouTube, just not on.
We are live on Twitch and YouTube. 2 out of 2 ain't bad. We'll take what we can get today.
Yeah,
but we are live.
We were last time. Let me post really quickly.
And then, welcome to the pregame show. We'll have to start doing it a quarter till, honestly, just to get
get the
audience.
Exactly.
That's one of those little streaming tricks that we're going to learn. All right, friends out in the Western Americas, how is the audio coming through on YouTube? Do we sound okay?
Good question.
There's going to be a bit of a delay. Oh, update. It's hot as fuck. I am not surprised to hear that.
Is this Grayson in the chat themselves, or is this a different person on the GNL network chatting with us?
GNL network. We love the GNL network. All right.
Okay, I have posted on our Blue Sky and Threads with the YouTube link. So we at least have...
I think that's the best we can do today, Molly. Don't you?
I think so.
We're live. We're going to make it happen.
I think we're
here to do a great show for all the folks. We hope that you're getting to watch at home. Feel free to text or hop on the chat today. Welcome to the Spew, brought to you by Turn of the Century Podcast. I am your co-host, Thomas Teague.
And this is my other co-host, Molly Turner.
Lovely to have you today, Molly.
Lovely to have you. We have a lot to talk about, so I feel like we should just go ahead and dive in, and people will join us as
Right.
they join us.
There's so much good stuff on the docket today because it's been a big news. Well, beginning of the year, Hollywood's Big Tonight, Love Is Blind Tea, Afroman Saves the First Amendment. Molly, you have so many hot takes tonight. Should we give the good folks
So
at home a
many.
little preview here?
I love this. We're okay. I was wondering. I knew that we have Sarah in the chat with us, my sister.
Welcome to Sarah. That's what I
The
thought.
famed sister referenced on the pod of mine.
GNL
yes.
Network.
We're gonna do the 3 T's, Thomas.
The 3 T's.
Tell them, or no, tell them what you're gonna tell them. Tell them, and tell them what you told them.
Tell them what you're gonna tell them. Tell them what you told them. We decided we should put our comm degrees to good use on this show, so we're going to do our best today. So today, we're, of course, going to give you personal updates with the 411. Molly's going to tell you some wonderful updates and explain whatever's going on with that. And then, of course, I'll give you a few reality TV show updates before we get into the Spew. And as you can see, we've got a great Spew. Molly, do you want to talk about what's on the Spew menu today?
There's so much news happening, Thomas, and this isn't even like important news that we're talking about. This is just all of the crazy news that's happening. That's the fun news. So of course we're going to do our tech talk. We got to check in with Silicon Valley. You know, we got to keep an eye on our favorite demon twinks over there. You know, just tell them to keep up the good work, boys. Keep it up.
We see you, Petey.
And then we have, of course, got to talk about the Oscars, the Buffy reboot, upsetting drama.
Yeah.
Upsetment is a new word I just invented, apparently.
It's a great word.
You know, we have the Melania movie.
Melania.
You know, so if you really want to know what we have to say about that, and if we watched it, you got to stick around. Stick around to find out if we're fans of the Melania movie and if we went to see it in theaters.
Yeah, that'll be our big cliffhanger. And then, of course, on the way out the door, we'll talk about Afro Man, MAGA though he may be. He may have done some good, incidentally, in the world. So, Molly, what you've got to have to tell us what the hell is going on with, what is this called? Vision therapy. So we need to know what that's about. You're now rocking the glasses. Mine are just cheaters. They're just a little bifocal. So what's going on with you? They're tinted. What's happening?
Yeah, you don't need to keep bragging about them being cheaters. You know,
just a little, a little.
So this slide is cracking me up.
I made this just for you, Molly. I want everybody to just know I made this for you. This is my graphic design skill. Speaking of, we've got a friend of mine in the chat who was a wonderful graphic designer who made us a Spew logo at one point. We should go find that. But
we've properly
check out how bad Spew. My graphic design is. I don't know if it's over here. If you just look in this direction.
Stage right for you, I think.
Yeah, stage right. To my left. So Molly, what the hell is vision therapy? We got to get through this to get to the juice, but I know you're getting your bolts tightened, a few things happening.
I mean, so I have something called visual snow syndrome and then a lot of other stuff. Basically, it's all like neurological issues that impact my vision, and my eyes don't know how to like focus together, all this fun stuff. So I have homework that I do, just like physical therapy. I have like vision therapy exercises that I do at home. And then I go in like once a month to see the doctor and follow up and stuff. So I had my like monthly checkup, whatever, on Monday.
Wow.
And, it was very exciting. We got a new exercise to add to the routine, Thomas. I have to hold a big long string that has beads on it, like a 6-foot long string. And then I have to focus on the beads until the string looks like it's an X and then hold it. So like, that's the kind of stuff I'm doing. Yeah. To try to strengthen my eye muscles or whatever the hell.
So they're teaching you how to look at stuff.
Basically.
I hope you figure it out. I'm a little worried about you.
Well, this is the part that's kind of like cool scientifically or whatever. So after I do the therapy, they do light therapy where I literally just look in a black hole at a light, and they like tested different colors to see like what would soothe my eyes, basically. So they measure my, like how long it takes my pupils to dilate before and then after. And I don't know if you knew this, Thomas, but your pupils are not supposed to dilate quickly. It's supposed to be like a slow response. Yeah. So this week it was 4 and 2 seconds, I believe, before the light therapy, and then afterward it was like more in the normal range, which she said she likes to see at least 10 seconds.
So Molly, basically you've got a camera shutter giving you a migraine all the time, and that's got to be exhausting.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was the fun excitement of this week.
That technology sounds amazing, though. I'm glad that they have ideas.
It's really interesting. Things. I actually, Vision Therapy Abacus is correct. That is 100% correct. Pierce is in the chat. Yeah, so I actually was on and then I got my hair cut today. That was the other,
You look fantastic, girl. You look fantastic.
Thank you. Drew, she knows how to do my hair. I'm like, oh, I want to do something to change it up. And then she's like, yeah, we'll do XYZ. And she knows how to cut my hair where it doesn't have to be fixed. It's great because she knows I don't ever do anything. But on the way back in the lift, I got in the car and the driver was just this super nice, chatty, like lifelong New Yorker guy.
Look at you.
And but one of the things we were talking about is how much better healthcare is here. And just like all these things, I've had these lifelong conditions that have not been, accurately diagnosed or treated basically until I moved here. So yeah,
to New York City from Oklahoma. That is for the people at home. Molly lives in the big city now, where they don't just have witch doctors, they have specialists too. So that's good. We have good docs. We have some good docs here. But
no, I think
you just have a lot of specialty stuff.
Right? It's primary care. I think Oklahoma wins hands down. We don't have enough primary care doctors here in the city.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my exciting. I am also having shit done to my job, but I think we can tease that. We can leave that. That could be in the next,
we'll leave the
next Molly's medical maladies update. We'll dive into the surgery.
I love it. We need a sound drop as we think about the lives we're gonna have.
Yeah, give us suggestions for what my medical malady journey drop. Exactly. It should be the Debbie Downer.
Debbie Downer. Perfect. Well, Molly, are you ready to talk about one of your great joys in life?
I am.
Which I believe is Traitors season 4. You want to tell us about it? What's going on?
Let's do it. Yeah. So Traitors season 4 wrapped just a few weeks ago. I think Thomas is going to work on sharing some of the fashion for us to look at. So it's become, for those who don't watch, the Traitors is basically the card game Mafia, but as a reality show. So it's all these people, and they start with like a ton of people. It's like almost 30 people, I think, that they start with as guests. They all go into this Scottish castle. And then, 3 people get picked as the traitors. Nobody knows who they are. And they're all trying to figure out who the traitors are. And then the traitors are killing people off. So it's, it's fun. It's very, very silly. And Alan Cumming has now won the Emmy for hosting. And I think well-deserved because he very much like plays it as a character. The grand dame of this mansion, who's the eccentric billionaire kind of vibe. So yeah, and then as far as the game itself this season, not much to write home about, honestly.
But is it backstabby? Is it crazy? It's like, what's the?
So basically, Thomas, let's pretend you and I were the traitors, right? Let's say we're in this castle, like you and I are traitors, and then there's one other person or whatever. Every day in the castle, people wake up and find out who the traitors murdered overnight, and who they killed off. So they just get like a letter basically saying the traitors have murdered you, and then the players all spend that day going, okay, based on who was killed, who do we think the traitors are? They try to do their sussing out of things, and then what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, then they do a round table where they vote off who they think is the traitor. And you don't know whether someone is a traitor or a faithful. That's what they call the normies. The boring people in the game.
The normies.
You don't know who they are, who is who for sure until that person is voted off and they say, I am a faithful or I am a traitor. And so like 95% of the time they vote off faithfuls instead of traitors. And that's always, dramatic. No. And then, as the game gets, it's similar to Survivor in terms of kind of the way that it's cutthroat and the way that like alliances kind of work and whatever, but the difference is it's not people who know how to play reality game shows.
Right.
One of the second runner or the runner up this season, Maura Higgins, was from Love Island and had literally never watched an episode of The Traitors. She didn't know there was going to be murder. She didn't know there was going to be people being voted off before she played. So it's different from like Survivor, where like everybody there is really, cutthroat and hardcore. So yeah, we've got now some of the fashion here. This is Candace. So Maura, I think, Maura had a lot of looks. Thomas, see if you can find any looks, like search for Maura Higgins hats, Traitors.
I found a hat.
Also, Maura is really fun because she's Irish. And so every episode it was like, oh, I'm thinking about a throwaway vote. Like the most, I'm thinking there might be another traitor. And then she has like insane wigs that don't fit her head and hats that are just like ridiculous. But, still is gorgeous and pulls it off somehow. So yeah, it's a fun show. Is anybody in the chat watching Traitors or anything similar or following along with the Love Island people? Yeah. Like that one there with the exactly. You can see. So there were so many. Reality TV is just less homoerotic wrestling. I mean, it's 1,000,000% true. And wrestling
but it's
is
still
really
wrestling.
Because of kayfabes and stuff. At TKESL 312 said it. So yeah,
That's
smart.
a hot take. I like it. I love that take. That's such a good take. That's a good.
Yeah, the kayfabe is like very much a thing in reality TV. Yeah. Oh, is that Dust? That makes sense. That was Dust who said it.
I want to see the best outfits that Alan Cumming wears.
Yes.
That's
so
just to me.
Yeah, he has.
Like, what is he even?
He has a.
And I'm sorry that we're just doing this in a Google window, but we're doing the best we can here.
Look, yeah, we're doing the best we can here, guys. You also have Google. Yeah, he has now like a designer he works with that does like basically custom Scottish couture for every look he does. And
phenomenal.
It's so much fun. And he also, see if you can find the trans flag look he did this season.
Oh, Alan Cumming, trans flag. Let's see what we can find. Oh, well, is this...
Yeah, that first row, like the picture, if you scroll back up where that third picture with his hair. Yeah, like he had his hair dyed in the trans flag colors and then had like a matching pink and blue suit with it.
Why is this so hard to find?
I know, I'm like, that's weird there aren't more pictures.
I wonder why. Well, of course, we just love Alan Cumming. I'm with Pierce on this. I'll watch him in anything. I've been wanting to watch Spy Kids again. That'd be a good retro review for us.
Oh my gosh, yeah. He was in so many movies of the 90s.
He's in everything. He's in everything.
Our, Romeo and Michelle.
Yeah.
This was...
He's fantastic, though. This jacket, too. Just even this, like 1700s kind of... Oh my gosh.
And I will say, Alan has also been like... I don't know how much...
What a cutie pie. What a cutie pie.
He's a cutie pie. He's a bicon. He's the best. But he has like really advocated to get more queer and like queer people of color. And,
he's been getting more queer with time. I would agree. He's definitely advocated to become, he is the HQIC, the head queer in charge. I recognize her fealty. I bow to Alan Cumming.
Look at the little opera glasses in his hand.
Opera glasses. Wow, I need some.
Here says, I want that suit. Yeah.
Oh, it's everything.
But yeah,
is that a carriage, or does he just have a wingback chair delivered wherever he goes? Is that what's happening? I may need to watch the show after all.
I think you might like it. Yeah, he also brings his little dog around, and she'll be in matching outfits to him. Like they'll put her in a little kilt. The GNL network says Romeo and Michelle is an iconic part of my 90s experience. Absolutely. And they are making a sequel, or at least it's getting further ahead.
Is that the one where somebody's dad invented
Post-it notes? Yeah. I'm sure I made you watch it at some point in college.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so Traitors is definitely, it's worth a watch. It's a good binge if people want to check it out. And the fashion is definitely, What I love about this movie is he's like a heartthrob by the end of it, which is really sweet. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's a fun heartthrob.
So good.
That's hilarious.
So
yeah.
But yeah,
great movie.
the lore very quickly with the queer drama on Traitors is the first season, Peppermint, the drag queen, was a contestant. She was the first one voted off because everybody immediately based like what the thing that's interesting and what a lot of the discussion has been about this season is that Traitors is like a microcosm of every implicit bias because people have no information whatsoever. So they're just operating off of like, you know, well, she looks funny or he acts kind of weird. And that's how they make their guesses about things. And so, of course, all of the Black people, all of the queer people, you know, get voted off first. And so basically after that happened, that first season, Alan said, we're not going to do just one drag queen. Like, we have to have more of a drag presence. All right, it was the second season. I apologize that she was on.
That's fantastic.
But anyway, yeah, so he's been really like making sure that Rue's girls are getting in.
Good.
Yeah. What about your 411, Thomas?
My 411. Oh my gosh, let me just see what I can grab here.
That's Thomas is doing all the hard work also, by the way, here, folks, once again on the building our slide deck and getting our stream figured out and all of this, trying to make sure our levels are halfway decent. If you're in the chat and you would love to do some unpaid labor for this podcast, hit us up.
We'd love to have you.
We'd love to have you. You can get free access to all of the Apple programs and the we'll hook you up. We'll give you we'll blow kisses your way. We'll pay you in good vibes.
So Molly, I think can you see Traitors again in our
Yes. Yeah, we're good.
Main doodad. Yeah, there we go. We're good. Okay, great. All right. So I wanted to talk about, because Will has sucked me and my boyfriend on to this whole thing here. Love is Blind. And so
I absolutely love that you have your own reality show update.
I am bringing an update. Yeah. This guy, Chris, is a wackadoo, and it's fascinating, Molly. He was dating this wonderful woman. We'll talk about her in a moment. She shouldn't even be mentioned in the same breath as him. She is so many leagues above it, right? It shouldn't even be there, right? Okay, this guy, because on Love is Blind, you don't meet the people until you're engaged. So you have to like get to know them and all this. These guys on Love is Blind are all lying about being MAGA because they're undateable. So this woman that picked him, and he picked her allegedly, is literally a doctor, highly educated, very progressive human being. And then this chud told her because she doesn't do enough Pilates, he's not attracted to her.
Okay, she's I did see those clips.
Yes.
I saw that clip going around. Yeah.
Well, she went on a podcast, and I'm so sorry, I cannot think of her name, but let me go find her so we can at least see her. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
because she is an absolute. What is her name, Sarah? Help us out.
Yeah, if anybody in the chat knows her name, drop it in the chat.
She is so phenomenal. Basically, that conversation actually went like much longer, and they only showed a tiny clip of it. Because the truth is, he came at her for being progressive, and she said, I told everyone I talked to on this show that voting for Donald Trump was a no for me, so you lied to me, and you can't be mad at me for that. So he crashed out trying to gain control of the situation again, to then reject her for not being a Pilates girl. Okay. He is a pig. And then he showed up drunk and tried to bang everybody else in front of their hubbies. So it's all spoilers. It's all spoilers, by the way. But the reunion show. I think
her name might be Jessica. We have someone in the chat.
Jessica's phenomenal. Jessica's phenomenal. All the girls came together. The girls of the season were cool. But I will say, versus last season, right? The problem is last season, fewer hotties, much more stable. You get hotties and they're unstable, especially when you're only casting for Ohio. I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's a limited pool out there.
I think a larger
this guy is going to be forever alone. Forever
as alone. He should be. As he should be. The thing that kills me is these men always look like thumbs. Like he's telling her her body isn't. First of all, she's gorgeous. She's an objectively like conventionally attractive person. Her body, everything.
Yeah.
And I just hate men. I really do. These reality shows just make me such a misandrist.
He would rather go down as rejecting someone than having been rejected at any cost on national television. I couldn't put my finger on what was going on with it. And then that little detail came out and I was like, oh, it's a total narcissist move. It makes perfect sense now. It makes perfect sense.
This is where I'm
yeah.
No, I was just gonna say I love seeing you love reality television, and it makes sense that these are the kind of things because it's like it's a fishbowl. Like it is really.
It is a fishbowl. Yeah, it's a bit of a fishbowl. This guy, whatever this guy's name is, I don't know if you can see him. Alex here, kind of hot.
Yeah.
Complete word salad human being, lies about everything. This woman dated him until the wedding day just so she could dump him for being a liar. Her dad is a very successful. She brought him to dinner with her dad, who is a divorce attorney. And he's like, yeah, I trade stocks, bro. And he's like, what kind of stocks? Yeah, like meme coins. You wouldn't get it. He's like, okay, what's the price of Bitcoin? He couldn't even say it. All this guy is doing is trying to couch surf his way out of Ohio and sleep his way to the top.
That's the thing.
No job.
That's the other thing. These men are all losers. They are all losers.
Losers. And they want to be alpha bros. I'm like, I think the other thing is that I think this little Chris guy was trying to get out of it because she was better than him. I think that's the other huge narcissistic angle. Like, she's a doctor. She's accomplished. You work out and have, like, opinions that you force on other people. That is not the same thing.
Yeah. It's very... That's what I think about that. I think I watched the very first season of Love is Blind, and then I quit. I don't think I was able to finish it. At some point in the reveal process, I got really. Now, if they made a lesbian or queer version of that show, it would be so wild.
It's so heteronormative. It is so compet.
Yes.
It is so painfully, and they avoid politics at all costs. Yeah. Like, to the point where they cut out the actual motivations behind what's going on. Like, I don't know how I feel about it. I have very mixed emotions. I think it's a garbage thing, and I think they bring on garbage people.
I do love, I don't remember which of the guys it was, but I saw a clip from the reunion of Nick Lachey going off. And I guess he was like, we're both from Ohio. You should know better.
It's probably this guy. Nick Lachey was like, you need to get help.
Yeah, it was... That
like,
killed me seeing those clips go around.
So that is not my only reality update, Molly, though. I have other news, which is 1,000 Pound Sis gets married. Big wedding. So much drama.
You've been following these girls for a long time.
I am huge fans, and I unironically love 1,000 Pound Sisters. I'm looking directly into the camera, and I'm coming out of the closet. I love 1,000 Pound Sisters. Because they feel like my neighbors. I don't know why. Yeah. It just feels really real. It's completely parasocial. These are just regular ass people, but they have done so well. And watching the ups and downs for real, and then watching how far they've come, I'm really literally here for it. She had her eye fixed 10 days before her wedding. I can't even believe it. They're nuts also. So that's really what we're watching for. But they had to have their wedding in a haunted location, so finding one that didn't offend the more conservative parts of the family, like, it was a whole mess.
Oh my god, I love that.
Every piece of drama, so many therapy. This guy here in the middle, this guy, can you see the guy in the middle that did that with them? Worst gay best friend I've ever seen in my life. Like, they really have to move to a big town. Like, he's fine and everything, but like, Tammy was melting down at one point, and he was just like, "Don't come to me, girl." I'm like, "You are not a good gay best friend. You're okay. You're the best they could get. I get it, but you are not a good gay best friend."
It's a sad but real phenomenon in small towns.
It is like, you do not have the good gays. They're not sending their best gays. They're not sending the best. So, and he had to drive 3 hours to get to them. So I'm like, whatever suburb he's driving in from, also not sending the best gays. But it was a good wedding. It was a cute wedding. It was a mess. The hubby there tried to break dance in a tuxedo. That did not go well.
Because that would be fun.
Shockingly no. But the family is so much healthier, and Tammy has a wonderful girlfriend now that she's out and about. And I just love this picture because I think it's legitimately the best picture of their family, and I think it's just lovely.
Yeah, that's very sweet. Are both sisters in this picture, or just the one who got married?
Yes. This is all the siblings actually.
Oh, they're all sisters.
At this point, yeah. So Tammy, Amy, Amanda there, and oh my gosh, I can't think of her name, but she is phenomenal. She is the most down to earth. And Chris over here, the brother. They're
that's a very sweet family.
Shocked. They've all had gastric bypass surgery and all had to go to therapy over all the trauma they went through as kids. I'm just like, look at them. These are not stories that are told in the media very often because they're embarrassing to society in some way. So we We want to aggrandize people who have money, not people who overcome. And I think it's just radical. I think it's very radical to show real kind of poverty, real transcendence, real people on TV. I think it's really radical. And I know that it's exploitative on many levels, but I still think at least it's real people. It's really making a difference, the attention that they get. And they're actually doing good things with it. And who knows what nightmare stories will come out later. But I'm like, even taking the risk on regular people, I think is really cool.
Yeah. I love that.
I do too.
They do look happy.
Oh my gosh.
That's a very sweet. She's got pink hair like me.
Well, these two hadn't spoken before the wedding for some time.
Oh.
Because it was bad blood. So, the drama's always thick. But if you want us to review more 1,000-Pound Sisters, listen, I will do every freaking episode if you pay me. I am for sale. You can drop us a link on our Patreon. You can find it on our Linktree. Cha-ching. Okay, Molly, the big story today. We've been putting it off as long as we possibly can. Are you ready to talk about the Academy Awards?
I think it's time. Let's get into it.
Booyah.
I have no organized thoughts on this, by the way. So this is and for people who know me.
Did you like the movie? Did you like Michael B. Jordan, Best Actor?
Michael B. Jordan. I have been in the pocket with Michael B. Jordan for a long time. I was trying to remember when I first got into him as an actor, and I don't remember when it was, but it's been at least. I mean, it was before Fruitvale Station that I was into Michael B. Jordan, and I mean, I think this is so insanely deserved. I haven't seen all of the films that were nominated, but just nobody else played two distinct characters in a film the way that he did and made them. I mean, I was trying to start to rewatch it yesterday for the first time. I haven't finished it yet. But something I hadn't noticed when I'd seen it is that he literally moves the dimples in his cheeks. So one of the brothers has dimples and the other one doesn't. And that's like literally his face doing it, not makeup, anything. Like that's the level of care and physicality and just skill that he has as a performer.
So I have to tell you something. I did not realize he was playing two different people in this movie till the other day when you mentioned it casually. That's how good he is. The movie still blew me away. I was still on board.
Yeah.
And I was like,
there's a great featurette on YouTube about how they did it. And basically and this is the other reason I do believe why Ryan Coogler canonically in this podcast won Best Director is they literally invented new technology to make this movie. So basically the way they had a body double. So they would shoot every scene with Michael B. Jordan and the body double as one of the twins, and then they would flip basically. And then they had this company who works with AI CGI basically do a rig that was all of these 360 cameras, and they built a rig where it's like a halo of cameras and it went over his shoulders, so they would have him repeat the performance again and it would capture his face from all of those angles, and then they used the AI to like generate his face to map onto the body double. So just like really fascinating. And yeah, there was a joke going around threads that was like this comedian, this white stand-up comic that was like, he also didn't realize Michael B. Jordan was playing both characters, but then he was like, I was really worried I was being racist because I was like, I can't tell these two guys apart. They look exactly the same.
Well, they are supposed to be brothers.
Yeah, the Parent Trap technology. Yes, exactly.
Parent Trap tech. Great call.
So
the technology's come so far.
I will say, so Dustin said this movie looked really scary. What do you think, Thomas, on terms of how scary Sinners is?
It's it's like a legitimate pretty scary movie. It was beautifully done. The tension builds. I think the tension in a movie like this, the psychological side of it is what makes it work.
Yes.
But it's also just a beautiful story. And it's beautifully told. And the way that it's the set and setting, the time, the culture, the people, the music. Molly, I cried at this movie in the theater when I saw it because it was just an overwhelming aesthetic experience, not because of the scary part, but because of the beautiful parts in it. So this movie has it all. I really feel it's definitely meritorious.
I mean, it is literally a perfect film. It is a perfect film. So Michael B. Jordan, I am so happy for him and so relieved that Timothy Chalamet didn't win. I have been enjoying all of the.
Well, I have
I
questions.
somehow have gotten into the algorithm of like Black Threads, and the joke this week has been calling him like Tupperware Shalabob, just like making up different T and C words instead of Timothy Chalamet to talk about him.
He had a hard time.
Here we are.
He had a hard time.
Yeah.
So my question is, Molly, did you see Marty Supreme?
I haven't yet, but I'll watch it at some point. Did you watch it?
I mean, I have seen it. Yeah, I have seen it. And I thought it was good. I think he's very talented. But I think he wants it so hard. And it's just become, he didn't used to have that desperation about him. That's why he seemed to walk on air.
Yeah.
And I think as it's become clear,
he used to be a lot more humble.
And maybe he got into the character of Marty Supreme because everything that has happened is the most Marty Supreme thing that could have possibly happened to him. Like literally the running of the mouth is the most, I mean, like when you see, you'll know when you see it.
Yeah.
But literally, I think, do you think he is, I think he will eventually, of course, get an Oscar. I do think he's very talented. And I know he misspoke. What do you think about that? I mean, is he, what's it gonna
like
take?
him. I think he's been Kardashian-fied, I think is really the long and short of it. He's booed up with Kylie Jenner. And, the embarrassing, so quickly, let's recap. We kind of jumped into this without explaining what the news is for people who may not know. Like a week or two.
We've talked all around it.
Yeah, like a week or two before the Oscars, Timothy Chalamet was doing press and for the his Oscars campaigning, and basically said, "I'm so glad I'm in movies and not in ballet or theater. Nobody cares about and doesn't make any money." Like that's basically what he said. And then he said something like, "Oh, you can be offended if you want. I'll lose my 4% of audience demographic." Like just really weird. But the thing that's more egregious,
unnecessary.
Yeah. But the thing that makes it even more egregious is literally his mom. Like his mother was a professional ballerina, and he grew up, in the ballet.
He had all the privilege of being exposed to art from a young age, and that's why it is so important to protect these things that are not popular but are very important.
Yes.
And so that's what wears me out about it. I don't. Maybe he just didn't realize, right?
Nicole added,
and people are pointing out his
Yeah.
sister was in the ballet, and I mean, like everyone. I mean, like, hello, you don't. It's part of what you do, the performing arts. Like, if we don't have each other, who do we have? My God, like, it just reeks of fascism to like go after art in any way, shape, or form. And I don't think that he's intentionally like that, but the broiness that he's recently come into, it's like unthinking. It's like, no, we like you because you're a thinking guy and because you evoke that for us. Like, you don't have to go down this path. Come home. We miss you. Come home.
Yeah.
Looking forward to Dune 3, bro.
Yeah, I without having seen Marty Supreme, my other thought on all of this is just like, there's no way this is actually the best performance that he's given, because I do think he's a really good actor.
It's because he played against type.
Course, is
yeah,
whatever area it's in now, but Bones and All is one that is such an upsetting film, and his performance carries the movie in a big way. And he's absolutely incredible in it. So I do think he's really talented, but he is spoiled and really needs to.
It didn't used to feel that way, but he got a little big for his britches. So, I mean, it goes without saying, not only did Michael B. Jordan win for Best Actor, but Marty Supreme additionally lost to Sinners, which won Best Picture, which is phenomenal. And I'm not surprised by this. I think some people are surprised by this. I also think the idea of horror winning Oscars is kind of a dark horse. So I think it is going to continue to be a little surprising. But I will say this. When I saw The Substance, I was like, that's an Oscar movie. Yeah. When I saw this, I also felt this was an Oscar movie. Not because it's horror, but because it's like some of the best horror I've ever seen. And again, I'm not a fan of the genre necessarily. It is so good because it's psychological. It's culture. It's just so cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I was glad to see it win. Did you watch the Oscars live? Because I did not.
I was about to say, So to be clear, they didn't actually win Best Picture.
Oh, I thought they did. What did they win?
No, they did not. They won. Michael B. Jordan won cinematography.
Best director?
No, that was my other. Yeah, so these are my canonical. Yeah, these are my canonical choices. Now, Autumn Durrell Archipelago did win for.
Got you. So your Best Picture, you would have given it to. Who did win? It
one
was
battle
that
after another.
It was one battle after another, which I have not seen.
I
I'm
couldn't make
loving
it
that I
past the
just fell
first
into
20
this.
minutes.
Like I'm in.
Yeah,
Really?
no.
I've heard it's good.
Paul Thomas Anderson's great. I've never hated any of his movies. I've never had that hard of a time watching anything he's made. Usually it's like more the first, little bit is kind of like slow. You're thrown into the world. You're trying to figure out where you are, that kind of thing. And that is kind of the hurdle to get past as a viewer. But it was just immediately really gross to me as a. And I'm
So
not a black
Leo
woman.
won, but in our hearts, Sinners won. That's. I'm just letting the chat know.
Yes,
Chat, we
exactly.
know. We know.
Yeah.
I'm devastated to hear this because I didn't pay any attention to this. Molly has gaslit me, and no one is
Exactly.
more upset than me. But we accept Sinners as the winner here. Exactly.
I should have just kept gaslighting you.
I was just gonna gush as long as I could. I was just gonna milk it. No, but it's a great movie.
No, I mean,
but I didn't
honestly,
see one battle after another.
The reason I didn't watch is because I knew that is exactly how it would play out. I knew that one battle after another would win Best Picture, and I knew that they would be shut out of almost every other category that they were nominated in. So that was a big part of why I didn't watch, actually, because I just knew.
So who's your pick for Best Director, Molly? Here I thought our boy won the whole time.
Ryan Coogler, of course, my man.
Ryan Coogler.
Absolute goat. So
should have won.
Yes. Canonically, he won in when we talk about the 2026 Academy Awards and the turn of the century universe, canonically, Sinners won Best Picture, Ryan Coogler won Best Director. Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, they did. Again, he should have won Best Director simply by virtue of the, I was actually saying to my hair person earlier today, because we both love movies, so we were talking about the Oscars and stuff. And, if we're going to jerk ourselves off and slobber all over Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer and what a technical achievement it was, this movie was that times 10. Like, again, there was technology invented for this film that had never been used before. This movie was shot for IMAX in a way that had never been done before. Just all of these things that are, and again, just an amazing Sinners sweep canon. Exactly. Now, Autumn Durald Archipelago did win, which is amazing. She's the first woman ever to win this award, let alone woman of color. And there's also really cool behind the scenes stuff with her, because she actually physically operated the IMAX camera herself a good portion of the time.
And
they weigh like
really cool,
65 pounds. So she literally, she was like, oh yeah, so just like having a little fridge on your shoulder. Yeah. She's a fucking badass.
She's strong as hell. Damn.
Yeah.
So she won that Oscar hardcore. I love it.
Yes.
You love to see it.
Yeah.
Of course, a woman has to actually carry a 70-pound camera on her own back
to be awarded.
Whatever. Like, literally. Like, what a metaphor. Yeah. Hello. Wow. Yeah. Couldn't make it up.
Yeah. But I think, what everybody's been saying is like, nobody's going to be talking about Marty Supreme or One Battle After Another in 10, 15 years, but Sinners is going to be like, it's in the canon now. And there was actually a really sweet question I saw from, I think it was from the Oscars red carpet, like the press room after Ryan won, I think, screenplay. He did win Best Original Screenplay.
Phenomenal.
That is absolutely deserved. But they basically said, there's a college now that's going to be teaching a class on Sinners. Like, what would you want to tell them? And I mean, Thomas, he just spewed love for teachers for his entire answer, and basically said, I wouldn't be here if not for my freshman comp professor who said I should write screenplays and took a chance on me. And he specifically said her name and everything. And then he basically said, so they know what to do. They teach it however they think they're going to teach it. And they know what they're doing. I don't need to weigh in, So he's just a good dude, which is also it's nice to see good people who make good things, be recognized for that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we love Sinners.
Oh no. I'm having computer problems as usual. Okay. Well, let's see what I know. You had a little talk to the hand here that we wanted to get to, and sorry we don't have the sound effect preloaded for the live, but whoosh,
yeah,
talk to the hand.
So throughout the whole awards season, and even before then, the Hollywood trades have been covering Sinners in such a weird way, where like Sinners broke insane box office records, right? But then if you go and look at the headlines, it's like, well, Sinners underperformed in this D category. You know, like they'll find like the one little thing where they could possibly try to say something, you know what. So that was the same thing with Oscars. Instead of saying like these huge achievements, like I think Michael B. Jordan is only the 6th Black person to ever win an acting Oscar, I believe, to win Best Actor.
Wow.
And I think Ryan Coogler was only the 2nd to win Best Original Screenplay after Jordan Peele, I believe. And then again, Autumn Gerald Arpaw was the 1st. And literally all of the headlines are like Sinners, you know, lost big at the Oscars, basically. Like Sinners was nominated for 12 and only won 4. What went wrong? Like that kind of thing. So yeah,
they were doing it from before it came out, though. They were they were dead set. Like Variety was saying, a $60 million opening weekend was a flop. This movie only cost $90 million.
Yep,
that is an insanely good opening weekend. Like, what is the copium of rooting against this movie that the trade press was doing? Like, I don't understand. So the fact that it should have been Best Picture, but I feel that there was a sustained campaign against it from inside the house somewhere.
Of course. This is the other reason I have not really watched the Oscars in almost 15 years at this point is because there is a huge problem with racism and bigotry within the Academy. They're not even required to watch the movies before they vote for them. That's been one of the
no, they're just like, well, yeah. So that vibe you get where they're like, no, they just think it's time for this person to win. That's true. They just go, oh, this is the 4th time he's come through my packet. I watched one of them. Okay.
Yeah. So it's
that said, if the Academy would like to sign us up to receive viewing material,
we would love to
welcome us as voting members. We would love to be part of your program.
We would love to. Yeah,
we are for sale. We are for
do
sale.
Better. You know, they're afraid of Black stories being told, and they're afraid of a Black man having any power and financial power, especially. And I'm sure. I think there was an interview I watched with Coogler and Spike Lee, and Spike was basically like, you know, what'd you have to do to get to what was the like big ironing out? Were you trying to get ownership? Were you trying to get ownership? And you know, Ryan Coogler was kind of like, oh, you know, he was toying around it, but basically, like he was like that's what you got to do. Like you have to keep ownership over Final Cut, you know, and it's worth it to like because I guess Sinners had been shopped to a bunch of different studios before. Warner Brothers got it and been turned down because people thought it was too expensive or too whatever. So yeah, I'm here for the Ryan Coogler verse. His next big project that he's working on, Thomas, do you know what it is?
I don't. What is it?
The X-Files. He's bringing the X-Files back. He's making a Black X-Files reboot. It's going to be so good.
Yes. I'm so excited. That's fantastic news. Pierce, if you're still here, we're watching this when it comes out. This is happening. Look, there's our show right there. The 3 of us. Boom. It's not just the chat and Instagram anymore. All right. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So they can all talk to the hand. As Des said in the chat, the trades can go straight to hell.
Yeah, exactly. So, Molly, are you ready to talk about the red carpet?
Yes, let's do it. I did not watch any of the red carpet coverage either, which is wild.
So we're just going to be winging it. We're just making it up as we go. So Molly, tell us about these looks.
Yeah,
I'm getting too old to know who any of these people are. I know the girl from Anora in this lineup.
Yeah, I don't know who the first actor is, Lee Jun Lee. So if anybody knows them or what they're from, but I loved the look. I tried to create little like I was really trying to pretend I'm Joan, you know, and I was like, okay, here's our red story. So these are the red looks from the night.
It's Joan Rivers for the friends listening at home, queen of fashion police once upon a time.
Yeah, so these were just looks I picked. So we have Lee Jun Lee and Gaurav Gupta on the left. This picture also, it's when you look at it from the other side, it looks completely different because it's like a full length cape.
Is this Lee Jun Lee?
Yeah, our one on the left.
It's beautiful.
Yes, yeah, very beautiful architecture. And then in the middle, we have Jessie Buckley in Chanel. She won Best Actress for Hamnet. I
have not seen.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I will. I just know it will it will ruin me. It will ruin me. So I have to be ready to be depressed before I watch it.
Molly, I have to tell you this. Pierce's husband, Jim, one time randomly said he thinks Shakespeare's overrated, and I have not been able to mount a defense. So we'll work on that later. But yeah. Because honestly, I haven't read it, and I haven't even seen Hamnet. So I cannot, I'm like, I need to be the person, but I can't. I literally can't.
I mean, I don't think that's actually that crazy of a claim to make.
It broke my brain.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of like the canon of things, probably. Yes.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm a little bit on the spectrum about the canon of things. Shocker to no one.
And then, as Thomas said, Monkey Madison here on the far right, and Dior, she won Best Actress last year, so she would have.
She's phenomenal. That movie was so good. I did like it.
I still haven't seen Honora, but she's great. Yeah.
Are we ready for the next slide, Mom?
We're ready for the next slide.
Next slide. Is this the blue story?
Well, I guess, did you have any like comments that you wanted to add about any of the looks on the last slide, Thomas?
I'm just dropping them in as we go. I'm dropping them in as we go. I love Kathy Bates here.
Yeah, I put her in there just for you. Yeah, so this is our blue story. I'm going to zoom in. Slide. Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, I thought she looked
I love the color
lovely.
Stories. She looks great, and she doesn't look like too skinny. I know we're not supposed to talk about it, but I'm like, because there has been she lost a lot of weight recently. She's looking really healthy, and that's
she looks healthy. Yeah, she doesn't look emaciated.
Yeah, she looks wonderful. Yeah,
I mean, on that note, since you said it, I'll say it. On our far left, we have Barbie Ferreira in Gap Studio by Zach Posen. Now, Barbie Ferreira, she was in the original Euphoria cast, so she has seen her, and she was like very much harassed and treated horribly on that set. But her thing, I mean, she was the quote unquote big girl, and has always been absolutely beautiful. But she has lost, like, this was kind of the first time people had seen her at this size. She has never been this thin before, so that was a little bit of a. I mean, she's certainly still got some curves, which is nice to see. But
yeah,
I think some of us fellow fat girls were like, "Oh, we lost a good one."
Oh, what a loss! Because she's stunning. Sure,
she is stunning
in any size.
Exactly, she has always been stunning. And then in the middle we have Jamie Lawson in Low. Yeah, just another fun blue look. I don't actually know who she is.
What's happening at the shape of this? Is that a belly bump? It like what? No,
I think it is. Yeah, if we go,
it's structural. It's not her. It's the dress.
It's structural. Yes. And I think that is a weird trend of the night, is that kind of architecture. So we can, as we scroll through, we'll see that. I think our next.
She kind of looks like a bird, but I don't know.
It does look like feathers, but I don't know what
kind of. A lot going on. All right, are we ready for the green story, Molly? Here's the green story. This is fantastic, actually. Like
all three of these to me are like 10 out of 10s.
10? No, I wouldn't, because green. But to see this much of it, it's a lot of green. But I do love it.
Yes,
it's a little Susie. Yeah.
The first on our left, we have. I'm sure I'm going to say her name wrong. Charithra Chandran. I believe she is from Bridgerton. And the designer is Miss Sohi. I love that look. I thought she looked gorgeous. And then I'm going to end with our middle on this one. Not your favorite shape. That's fair. On the far right, we have Yvette Nicole Brown, who we love. Yvette, come on the pod. Yvette.
Yeah, please. Wear that. Can I wear that?
Exactly. And she is in Reese. She looks amazing. So happy to see her happy. And then in the middle, Wunmi Mosaku from Sinners. She was pregnant, sporting a baby bump on the carpet there. Just looking. Can we zoom in a little on her, Thomas?
Let me see what I can do.
Just look at how absolutely divine she looks. Just like a goddess.
Just
like it's
top to bottom. And she's holding it so well. And that dress is so flattering.
Yes.
And still you get some skin with it. It's that's beautiful.
Yeah, I loved the way she looked. And she's just stunning.
Louis Vuitton. Yeah, these are all very classic. I love.
Yeah, I think all three of those are a winner on our green slide here. And then I believe our next story is sort of like the structural menswear look of the night for these women.
I'm a sucker for women in kind of menswear. I don't know.
I know. This is right up your This is your kink right here.
I just love it. I was like, well, if I was a girl, I would dress like this. I think
Exactly.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So on our far left, we have Anna Wintour, and they didn't say what she's wearing, so I'm guessing it's like bespoke couture custom for her from someone. I
wondered. Yeah, she had some. She just called someone.
Yeah, exactly. And then in the middle, we've got Amy Madigan and Dior. She won for Best Supporting Actress for Weapons, which is Thomas. Since on the horror note, I think you need to watch Weapons next. I'd be very curious for your thoughts on it. And I was glad to see that she won because that's a hell of a performance.
Yeah.
And then Autumn Durald Arkapaw, my new hero, my new obsession in Tom Brown. Tom Brown.
Now, was she the cinematographer from Sinners?
Yes. Yep.
This outfit, I'm going to zoom in actually.
Yeah.
Because this is
Tom Brown is just does such good work. Every time you see someone in Tom Brown, it's always.
I love the asymmetric pockets, the frill on the cuff, very nice. Wow, and the shoes pop. Like I don't think I've seen a lot of feet at all, like shoes in this. Maybe since the first slide. So these really pop. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's looking
usually
phenomenal.
The hemline is covering.
Yeah. But very in something like this, it seems very appropriate. So we do see more shoes here. She's got some witchy shoes, Amy, there in the middle. But yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot.
What do you think about Anna's look? I think it's actually a little. I think Joan would have ripped it apart. What's the pin that she's wearing? I have no idea.
I like it from here. I like that. I'm not so sure about the skirt. Is that what we would call this?
Skirt is weird. Yeah.
It's not cohesive, I would feel. Although but it's striking. I see why she's into it. The classic black and white, but I don't think I love it either, to be honest. The other two looks here I think are better, but it's Anna Wintour. I mean, I probably just don't have the Artur whatever it is.
Yeah, who knows?
But are we excited about The Devil Wears Prada 2? Real talk.
I am cautiously optimistic. Yeah, I'll leave it there. I'm cautiously optimistic. The early stills, the color grading is really weird in it, and that's been.
Yeah, you sent me that. Well, I think it's the Netflix color grading. Like looking at the old film, I don't know if it was on film or not, but like the color grading was much richer back then, and everything's.
Yeah, let me see if I can mute myself for a second.
Well, I will take it from there then, my friends. So we are still live. Molly's with the Ago Doggos. I had to set up, I literally set up a laser light that automatically, Pierce got this for me, that automatically keeps the cats entertained because our kitten, Mr. President, the Duke, if you will, literally was terrorizing the podcast studio. So I understand the doggo, Ago problems. And cats too. They're very sweet, but kittens, full of energy. Terrors. Don't get one. Get 3. That's what you need so that they can keep each other, entertained. Oh my gosh, we've triggered yet another dog in the chat. Well, that can happen. That can really happen. Oh my gosh. Molly, I'm having to vamp without you.
Go ahead and advance. I'm trying to get Rose up in my lap, but go ahead and advance to the next slide.
Okay, so, the next series of looks. What's the story?
This is like the kind of goth, black and white, color story here. Just one second. Oh, they've calmed down. So on the left, we have Chloe Zhao, who we will be talking about more in a bit when we get to Buffy. But she's, here, the designer is Gabriella Hearst, but the look is in mourning for Hamnet, which is the film she directed.
Mm-hmm.
And then which I love how dramatic it looks. I love the veil. I love all of it. And how
when do you see it look like this at the Oscars? Never. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, a long time. Yeah, it's more of like a music, like you get weirder looks at like the Grammys and things like that. Yeah. And then we have Alicia Silverstone, who was in Begonia. I'm so excited that cameo I had not known was coming. So she got to be at the Oscars, and Christian Siriano. I think she looks great. Just at like truly has aged beautifully. And then Tiana Taylor in Chanel. And I believe she also won for her performance in One Battle After Another. This dress, unfortunately, I did it dirty because I kind of had to crop it, but it's really beautiful. It's like fringed all over, and just she looked amazing, and it was a great look for her.
Oh wow, there's actually some writing on it. Yeah, that's fascinating.
Oh,
Looks a
there
little
is.
bit like a skunk when you get a little too close, but that's fine. That's fine.
I love it.
Molly, you ready to look at some boys?
Yeah, let's do it. Gotta throw in
Here are
the
the
menswear
boys.
looks. Yeah, so I'm very curious,
my
Thomas.
God.
Yeah, so we'll start with Pedro.
Yeah.
We got Pedro and Chanel.
Pedro. I don't know. There's a lot to like. I think overall I do like the look a lot. I think it fits him. I think the clean shaven look was a great choice.
Yeah.
Also for him.
I didn't recognize
This
him when I first
shirt-
saw him.
Yeah, no, but I think that's really cool. I like the glasses, very classy. And I think the shirt overall, it is the sunbursty kind of flower here. I almost wish it had some color. I'm like, if you're gonna go big, give me some yellow. You know what I mean? Make it a dandelion. But I love the cufflinks. I love the structure. It's a tuxedo shirt. The pearl buttons are beautiful. I love the square watch. And the high-waisted trousers, very 40s, very structured. I think that's great. I think all these looks on these guys are pretty classic. I think Pedro's looking pretty good. It's a little. I just want some color, I guess, but it's black.
I think that's fair. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Tease on it. It might be too much. It might be too Alan Cumming if he had gone yellow with it. But I think Alan would have rocked it at the same time.
Oh, Alan would kill it. Alan absolutely would.
I love the flower. I just want some color. I think I do. I think that's where I'm at. But the fact that it's a little bit skin toned around his arms. He's such a slutty little daddy. He knows what he's doing.
Yes. I mean, as a sidebar, he has been spotted canoodling with a man in public now. There is still no official, whatever, but yeah, it's happening.
Until he decides to come out, I'm going to respect his choice to remain straight, but I think it's time for him to come out as straight if that's what he wants us to just assume. I'm going to continue to just assume he's gay. If he wants to come out as straight, I will respect that and I will accept that, but he's going to have to actually tell me. I think that's completely I'm going to afford him the dignity of assuming that he's gay until he decides to come out as straight. That's where I am at with Pedro. Tell me about Louis Pullman in Saint Laurent here, Molly. What do you think of this?
So this is
fascinated.
Bill Pullman's son. You see the resemblance, I'm guessing. Yeah. I put this in there just because I literally don't know what to think about it. I think he's handsome, but I think Joan would eviscerate this look. I think he looks not put together. I don't think it's a little too messy, I think, for the Oscars. It's like ascot thing with the like TJ Maxx tie and shirt. It's a little odd.
There's some things here I can see that could be working without the ascot mostly, but these are both between Louis and Pedro. These are both really high-waisted trousers, which I like that look. So these are a little more retro, but everything about this on our friend Louis, it's all 80s. This super steep collar, and 80s. That's the wrong kind of knot to go with that kind of shirt. That should be a double Windsor for something retro like that. The pinstripes on the pants are not matched on the jacket at all, but I am okay with that to some extent, but the
I didn't even see that until now, and that bothers me even more.
There's 3 different stripe patterns happening. I like the 80s kind of cut of the jacket. I like the baggy 90s look. It is, yeah. It's not consistently doing. It's not doing it now. What that you said sloppy on that one. I can see it being kind of clean because of the trousers. I don't love the knot.
It's at least
tell me about
Jacob. Yeah,
it's somewhat fitted. Yeah, this guy. Who even is this? Jacob Elordi.
Jacob Elordi. He's Frankenstein's monster in Frankenstein this year.
Yeah,
he was also, That's who he is. That's exactly it, Thomas. I liked the vest actually under the jacket. The
vest is actually great.
I thought that was a cool way to play with dimension and proportion. But whether
it is
it's tailored,
very late 19th century. It is tailored, actually. It's just this is back when you had a waistcoat and an overcoat. He's
It fits the
dressing like
Frankenstein thing.
Frankenstein.
Yeah.
It actually does. Yeah, it actually does. I don't know about this bow tie, but other than that, the cut again, the pants very high waisted, cool. But this is definitely giving more overcoat than just tuxedo jacket.
Yeah.
In some levels, because I think if you look, this vest has a lapel. So there's a lot of layers going on here, a lot of structure happening.
Yeah.
It's very old school. It's so you got like 40s, 80s, 1880s. Pretty fun.
And these were the men that were exciting. Now, I will say the black men, of course, dressed way better.
Shall we? Oh,
here we go.
Much more modern.
Our
much
sinners,
crisper.
Our sinners guys here. So Michael B. Jordan and Louis Vuitton. I love the pocket chain thing going on. Oh, on Jacob Elordi, Dustin says, I don't know about the mullet. Yeah.
Well, he does look like Frankenstein's mullet, so that's fine.
That's true. He's Frankenstein's mullet. But yeah, I thought this was a really nice...
it's nice to see pants fitting at the feet,
yes.
like appropriately falling on the shoe. I know that's nitpicky, but if you have money, do it. Yeah. And he can afford it. He knows what looks good on him. Again, we're doing the high-waisted thing. That's very in right now. I think that's good. What do you think of a Mao suit, though, Molly? I have questions.
I love it. I love it.
It's very different.
I love that it looks like on its face, when you just kind of look at him, it looks like he's wearing a very traditional kind of quiet whatever. But then I like that the details of the actual collar, the pocket, all of those things are not a traditional.
The buttons are beautiful,
tailored to perfection. It really is. Like I love it. I think this is a great look on him.
It's very crisp, very clean figure. Who's next?
Miles? Next, we have Miles Caton, who played Sammy in Sinners, with this just kind of monochrome, what do you call that, maroon? Like a maroon color? It's like a dark
almost
red.
Like a really dark salmon almost. I'm not sure.
It's like
not
kind of
salmon quite, but
reddish brownish. But yeah, it's
very rich.
It's
a very 1940s lapel. Check out that fat lapel. Look, his tie is the right knot and size for the collar. Like he knows how to dress himself.
Yeah.
Again, the cut is immaculate. Even around the watch, you get a little peek of the shirt plus the jacket plus the watch. Like that's hard to pull off. I don't have anything that fits that well. I'm always like, layers.
I mean, none of us plebes have anything that's tailored like this. Of course. Yeah.
But the fact that this also is pleated, like this is a double-breasted suit. That's very old school. And then the pleats and everything, it's very crisp. I love the way it falls. I think these are boots and like a silver-tipped kind of maybe gold.
Yeah, might be cowboy boots
very beautiful.
of some sort.
Very beautiful.
Yeah.
I
thought he looked great. And then we have Delroy on the Delroy Lindo on the right. Just an absolute.
He knows how to wear an ascot properly.
I love this.
Plus a tie.
And again, they didn't list the designer, so I feel like this is something he just like pulled out of his closet. I think, kind of.
Oh, he just has this. He just has this. And again, look,
he's like, here's the drip for Oscars. Yeah.
Yep. It's crisp.
Yeah,
and
I absolutely
it's more
love
smoking jacket. It's super comfortable too.
Yeah.
He looks great and he looks comfortable.
Yes.
Perfect. And the white and the blue matching pockets. Just fantastic. What a handsome guy.
Yep. Love these gents. Love these looks.
Molly, are we ready to turn to buzzy news from the television industry? I got some news because I heard Hulu cut the cheese with their Buffy reboot or revival. I don't know exactly what we would call it. How are you holding up, Molly? This came as difficult news for our community.
It was very difficult news for our community. I'm doing better than I was. I'll just say that. So to recap, Sarah Michelle Gellar and Chloe Zhao, who we previously mentioned, had Chloe was the one who basically pitched to Sarah her vision of what this would look like and got the green light from Sarah. Because she basically was like, I've been pitched, a million different ways to bring this character back, and I never was going to do it until I knew it was the best possible story to tell and the right people. And then the writers were the Zuckerman sisters who did Poker Face with Ryan Johnson. Great writers. Just a great all-women team. The idea was Buffy the Vampire Slayer : New Sunnydale, and was going to be picking up with, where Buffy is now. I think she's like, from what we know in the pilot, she had been like working in New York City in like a boring office job, which for Buffy is like the best possible thing ever. She's like, yay, I'm just a normal whatever. And then, back in Sunnydale, the Hellmouth is starting to act up again. So it's, from what I haven't read the allegedly leaked pilot script yet, but everything sounded just like it was full steam ahead. There were good things happening. The buzz was really great. Mm-hmm. And then, literally, Sarah Michelle Gellar is promoting another Fox property that she's in right now, Ready or Not 2, for Searchlight, which is also the same division of Fox that Hulu is under and Buffy, I believe. So it's all kind of under the same umbrella within Disney. And literally, as she was about to walk on stage at South by Southwest to premiere this film for Disney and Fox, she gets a call saying that they've canceled the revival. And even the president of Fox,
when she's about to go out on stage for them,
she's like, yes. And literally the president of Searchlight Television or whoever, or it might have even been someone further up than that, the actual like Searchlight president who was overseeing the film itself, they didn't even know that that was about to happen. And so she has been very strategic with the way that she has disseminated the news. She went on Instagram and recorded a little video that was just basically like, I want you to hear it from me. It's not happening. Wait, what? Is that true? Is that really what? Sorry. Nicole in the chat is saying, news. I just saw, wow, this is breaking news.
Has passed away. Breaking. I'm going to open that link.
Oh my God. So Nicholas Brendan was Xander on Buffy. Wow. I'm like, holy, way to bring us live breaking news, Nicole. Good job.
Wow.
No, don't apologize for interrupting. That was very appropriate.
No, it's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, oh my gosh. So while you're getting that pulled up, I'll try to,
I'm working on it,
figure out what I was saying. But basically there's been a lot of, this ongoing reporting about what happened. And there was literally one executive, which Sarah said, she didn't name him, but she said this in interviews. She, like, for her People cover story or something, like, there was literally one executive who was proud to tell us the entire time we were working on it that he didn't watch the original. It wasn't for him and he didn't care about it. And he was the sole person responsible for axing the reboot. So it's very, very frustrating. But there's been enough fan outcry that I don't think it's dead forever. Whether it, whether this exact creative team will be the one in place, I don't know. But I will say it was interesting when they because I think the news broke on like Friday and then the Oscars were that Sunday. And so they asked Chloe Zhao about it on the red carpet, and she basically said, I wasn't surprised. So I'm like, oh, they were being treated like shit, I bet, behind closed doors. So yeah. And then, basically the trades have been trying to say, oh, well, it's because they didn't, they were making a bad show and Hulu just didn't want to put a bad show on TV. And I'm like, since when do these executives care about quality?
Truly, though, I mean, like, it just sounds like one guy chose to torpedo it because he didn't like the show. It wasn't for him, so it can't be good. And that's crazy. So I managed to block enough ads to get this page to load. My God, that's what I was doing, is smacking down advertisements so we can get it on the screen. So, what a loss. So very sad. Yeah.
Nicholas Brendan has died at 54. I am guessing we don't know. Says he passed in his sleep of natural causes. So I'm just guessing off the cuff. I don't know this for sure, but he suffered from addiction and substance abuse issues for a long, long time. And so I'm guessing either his heart gave out or it might have been an overdose. That's just sad. He
actually, it looks like, I'm just reading here, he had a heart attack in 2023 and did not know that he actually suffered from a congenital heart defect.
Oh, there we
So this
go.
is some likely underlying stuff that he just didn't
And I'm
even know
sure
about.
the alcohol did not help with any of that.
No.
Gosh, yeah, I will. I don't know if the Thomas the year.
Aquinas syndrome.
I don't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The year that you went to Central with us in Kansas City, and baby Grayson was there.
Yes, he was there, and he was being kind of a drunken nightmare, as I recall. At that,
Yeah,
it wasn't at our conference. He was, I think, in the same
he
hotel.
was there for like
a fan
con. Yeah,
pandemonium. Yeah,
yeah,
and it was really disappointing because this is someone that we love.
Oh yeah, and it was like there were some other people with us who were like, "Oh, Nicholas Brendan's out there," da, da, da. And I was like, I'm not going to meet him. I was like, I know, I knew enough by that point to know that it would not be a positive interaction, and I prefer to keep my memories of a character I did once love. Yeah. But yeah, gosh, I mean,
yeah, what a loss.
It's just
what
sad. It's just sad.
Sad.
I will say he had comments about the Buffy news. Like that's also why this is kind of shocking. It's like he was just kind of
what was he saying? What do you know? Off the top
he was trashing it. He was trashing Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And saying, talking shit about it and saying they didn't ask him back or something, something along those lines.
Well, you kind of develop a reputation, and
yeah.
But we'll miss him. I mean, my God, we definitely enjoyed growing up with him.
Yeah, it's tragic, I would say. Without knowing for sure a lot of the details, I would guess he was failed by a lot of people along the way.
He's so young, 54 years old. My God, 54.
Yeah, wild.
That's crazy. Wild.
Absolutely wild. Poor Sarah. She's had it's been less than a year since Michelle Trachtenberg died. Like it was just basically this time last year that she died, I think. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got to season 5 of Buffy with her on it at my house, at our house. So that's been a fun rewatch. And watching Xander's character kind of improve in season 5 a little bit has been fun too. And the closeness of those two, and now they're both gone. So that's hard news. Thank you for sharing. Whoever dropped that in the chat.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for letting us
know. You heard it here first, folks. We lost Nicholas Brennan. So yeah,
we have in the chat, just to back up to the Buffy news a little bit. Sarah says it's a poor business move to kill a reboot. They seem to be like such a popular trend. Yeah,
there's a built-in audience for it. When everything is micro, narrowcast to very specific audiences.
Protect Allison Hannigan at all costs. For real. I will say, bless her. She has turned she is like doing like mom Instagram content. It's great. She makes these little Instagram reels that are like, today we're going to make a garland. And it's like the kind of crafts that she's like doing at home with her kids. So it's all like super basic, whatever little things. It's perfect. It's honestly precious. Yeah. Wow. Well, condolences to his family for sure.
Of course. Yeah, they're going through it right now. I mean, even if he was occasionally difficult to deal with, the people that loved him,
of course,
they deserve compassion in these times. But I think it is fair to say, Molly, that Hulu and Disney can talk to the hand over this cancellation. Yeah,
they can talk to the hand for sure. So the other news I do want to talk about related to this very quickly is the Sunday of the Buffy fallout. So, the cancellation was Friday, and then Sunday, Nathan Fillion et al. Announces they're trying to do an animated Firefly revival, reboot, whatever. It's not a reboot, I guess, because it would take place between the television and the movie. So there's not really any new ground they can cover. But that, it was a weird day for people like myself who have been in the Joss Whedon fandom for a long time, but are now like dealing with the fallout of who Joss Whedon is and what his work is. Because, for context, for people who don't know, Firefly was only on air for 12 episodes and then it was canceled. And ever since then, it's been, a cult show that the fans want more and more and more of for the last 30 years almost. basically. And so it's one of those weird things where I, along with a lot of other people I was talking to online about it, so I'm talking about it, we're kind of like, man, literally any other day, this news would have been like mind-blowing, exciting.
Would have been great news.
And now it's like...
But it is weird to see what gets picked up from the Whedonverse, even though what really made his career.
Yep.
So it's a weird choice.
Yeah, and it's also got actually unsavory people associated with it, unlike the Buffy project, who are, we'll just say look up Gamergate. Just look up Adam Baldwin and Gamergate. That's all you need to know. So yeah, that's the other thing. I think creative accounting will always hurt the art. It's bad in general, but they're never going to do creative accounting with something that's about white men, right? Like, it's always going to be the things that are made by women, made for queer people, whatever. So,
easy tax write-off if it flops and we kill it before it gets out the door, yeah.
Yep, they'd rather shelve it. Really that's what I think. The part that's kind of sad is I keep seeing all these fans being like, Netflix, pick it up. And I'm like, literally, Disney would rather let Buffy, their IP, rot so they can write it off than ever sell it. That's not going to happen. So, yeah. They can talk to the hand for sure.
Can talk to that hand. Molly, there's another movie that I don't think was nominated for Oscars, but we might discuss briefly. And who's barking? Because she's right. That's the correct opinion.
It's Dawn, but yeah, continue. I'm gonna wrangle dogs while you set this up.
Oh, I don't even know what to set up here. Molly, my confession is, and everyone at home, my confession is, and it's sad but true, that I've been wanting to see this movie. I want to see Melania. I want to crawl into that space and see what it is, because I have never seen a public bribe put in movie theaters before. So I think that's a pretty unique opportunity. We don't get to see like public corruption at this level. It's a rare thing. And I think it's probably worth a watch, because of all the people to perform the art of drag, I have to say, no one has ever done it like Melania, probably since Divine. I mean, literally, Divine. Kill everyone now. Melania, I don't care. Do you? I mean, hello, she's literally a drag queen. No one has noticed. And she is literally doing like anti-drag. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, literally.
Oh, the entire...
I don't even care. Do you?
Like,
right? What is she
all
doing?
of them are doing drag. All of them are doing it drag.
Mar-a-Lago faces drag.
Yeah.
It's cultural appropriation.
Yeah, I do. I mean, do you think this would be harder to watch than Dances with Wolves?
I made it through Dances with Wolves, and I even saw the point of it, Molly. That's a long buried project. I have it all written up. It involves a lot of crazy German philosophy by the end of it. I'm deep on it. Melania, I don't know that there's a there.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if it would be harder to watch or if it would be like...
harder.
Oh, that was nothing. I mean, it is a short movie. I think it's a solid... I don't think it's even a full 90 minutes. But really we love to see Brett Ratner. Good for him. Good for Brett Rapist Ratner get to work again. They're
not sending their best people.
Chief, filmmaker for the who administration. So
Goebbels? Was that his name? What?
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Maybe. So anyway, Melanie can talk to the hand.
Absolutely.
Two more pieces of news, and then we can keep these brief because they're fun. One of them is light, one of them is not. Molly, the Bachelorette
this is
drama.
a lot.
Did you see this? My God, there's so much to talk about.
Yeah, so much reality. And while we are sort of winding down on our pre-planned things here, if anybody has any questions or any other news stories or whatever that they want us to talk about in the chat before we wrap up tonight, get your questions into the chat now. But this is a mess. So
it's a hot mess.
We gotta back it up to Mormonism to start off here. There's a show called
just all the way back.
Just all the way back to Joseph Smith real quick. Precisely. So there is a show called Secret Lives of Mormon Wives on Hulu. And it is a Real Housewives knockoff, but it follows these young Mormon women. And literally, like, the oldest person in the cast is 32. And they all have multiple children. Like, they're very, very... I think one of them was married at 16 and had her first baby at 17. But, like, it's the kind of people we grew up around in that sense. but then they're all like bougie, getting plastic surgery and whatever. That's very much not like what we grew up around. So Taylor Frankie Paul was kind of the original sort of quote unquote star of she was the leader of Mom Talk, Thomas. So Mom Talk is what these Mormon wives called themselves on TikTok. Oh, hi, Liam, in the chat. And so, everything on that revolves around them being influencers. They're Mom Talk influencers.
Wow.
So Taylor was the original leader of Mom Talk, and then, was chosen to be the Bachelorette. Basically, this is what happens when you have vertical integration. This is what happens with media consolidation.
Is this all Disney Hulu?
Yes, literally all the same parent company.
But the crazy contradiction of this crazy vertical integration is they're going to cancel The Bachelorette, but they're going to leave Mormon Wives on.
Yes.
Even though she's literally, I don't know if you've said what she's, my God.
Yeah, so
it's about the brand integrity, not about actual integrity.
So Thomas, I have to tell you a little, this is a story. When we're introduced to Taylor Frankie Paul in the first season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, she is coming fresh off of a domestic assault charge that she is in probation for. She has done her XYZ. She's been before the judge, whatever. Now that domestic assault charge is what occurred in that video that was leaked from 3 years ago.
So it was already baked into the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives that being abusive is acceptable and beating men and children is okay, but it's not good for the Bachelorette brand. Disney's fine with it if it's in this division but not this division, or if it's in this prop but not this.
Yes.
What is we're talking on both sides of our mouth.
Psychotic right now.
She needs attention.
Is that good? Is that good? Well, so here's Thomas. You know about the cycle of abuse, and you know about reactive abuse.
I do.
This is not at all a situation. I mean, they're going to be the 3 people who are watching that are hardcore anti-Taylor Frankie Paul people are going to be pissed at me for saying this, but I'm actually Team
It could have
Taylor.
been reactive abuse.
It's a million. It is. Yeah, it is 1,000,000% reactive abuse. There's no doubt in my mind. That's what it is. You see throughout the 4 seasons on their show him abuse the cycle of abuse they have. He gaslights her. He will, the difference is always video. I don't know what that means.
When the video drops, that's when things get real for people. That if you just hear about it in the press, it's one thing, but when people see it, it does suddenly becomes more urgent, even though this is old settled business. Like they knew about this when the contracts were signed for everything, including The Bachelorette. So that's where I am confused. I'm like, what are they doing? She needs so much attention.
Here, can you sit like this? There, that's a little better. So I can at least see the screen. So yeah, the man that her baby daddy, his name is Dakota. Like he literally, I can't even begin to get into why I'm on her side in this. But again, this was all settled news. And all the people who actually watched the show were like, oh, he did this intentionally to sabotage her. Why else would you release it the day before? So this is a
toxic ass relationship.
Exactly.
He released it to torpedo her Bachelorette
Yes.
launch?
Yeah, absolutely.
So crazy ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. But now I'm not going to excuse what she did. I'm not saying violence is okay.
She has to get help and she has to get away from that.
Yes.
If someone's
but
bringing
the problem
out the worst in you
is you cannot be no contact with your abuser when production forces you to film with them. And Disney has platformed this man as a part of the cast for the last 4 seasons. Literally, I just now finished season 3 the other night, getting caught up amidst this drama. And they literally, by that point, they were not speaking because in season 3, she finds out that he tried to have sex with her mother's best friend. And this is by that point, he has cheated on her like hundreds of times. But it's like, that time hit close to home. It's, deal breaker finally for her parents who are so conservative that for the most part, like they wanted her to get married to him in the first season. Because they're so traditional about having a baby outside of wedlock. And so that was like finally the breaking point for their entire family to go no contact. And then the reunion invited him and literally let him take over the stage. They had all the women leave the stage.
So if
and then
Disney
he got
can
to
profit from domestic abuse, they're fine with it.
Exactly.
Wow.
So it's I think
the cycle they're in.
Yeah. And then I think when you also look at Mormonism, if you take out the obviously exploitative and abusive practices of reality television, if you just look at this through the Mormon lens, there's no way that she is going to be set up for success. Again, like, her family abuses her. They are telling her to stay with her abuser because that's what's right with God, and then all of these women, I can't quite remember the exact doctrine about this in Mormonism, but they essentially believe that the only way to get into heaven is by being married, and that you and your husband go to the afterlife together. So if you're a woman who's being abused by a man in the Mormon church, you're not going to feel like you can leave him because your immortal soul is at risk for doing that, let alone your physical safety. So there's just so many. And then, it's also just insanely patriarchal, and women are just not considered to be full. But, they can't have any priesthood in the church or any authority whatsoever. So I really, it has been troubling to me how little empathy people have had. It reminds me a lot of Amber Heard, to be honest, the way that people talked about her. Because that was also a case of reactive abuse. And, it's just, I really feel for survivors who are having to read the awful garbage that people are saying about this situation online.
Well, it's sad that there's kids involved and that this is a national media spectacle in any case, and that the dad would choose to release this in whatever. It's very dark. It's weaponizing
and I think
the kids.
The details have changed, I believe, since then, or since that all of this has happened. Dustin in the chat said, Mormons have great cookies, and that's about all I like about the faith. Oh God, what was I saying? Oh, but at the time that incident happened, so she has 2 kids with her first husband, her ex-husband, and then she has 1 kid with this baby daddy that released the video. And she has not had any, her ex-husband never had filed for full custody or anything because of her being a danger to the kids. They had shared custody this whole time. I think that is changing now. I think he has now tried to file for legal custody. But that's kind of one of the other things people are talking about is we don't actually have evidence. Again, I'm not trying to excuse this, but we don't have evidence that she actually hit her child. We hear it and it's all off camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we don't know what happened.
Good.
No, again, not good. But we don't have evidence that that's what happened. Now, keep in mind, she had also been locked in a garage, Thomas. He had her locked in a room before he filmed that video. She'd been locked, sleep deprived, kept away from food, all of that.
So what you're saying is she should shoot. No, got it. Okay, so he's a nightmare. She needs to get away from him.
And literally, from what I had read, she had finally gone no contact 3 weeks ago, basically. So this is
and that's actually why
response.
He's probably acting out.
Exactly. Yep.
He's baiting it to get the cycle going again.
Yeah. And if you look up this man, he is drugged the fuck out every time you see him. His eyes are bright red. He's manic.
Oh my God.
It's so yeah. She needs help for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if she has deep seated trauma outside of this, just simply by virtue of how she was raised. But I wishing all the best. The business side of this that's interesting is that ABC is looking to lose millions of dollars, at least $20 million because of this. And because
they are trying to protect the brand is all I can think, because it's a separate brand. They kind of knew what they were getting into with the Mormon Wives, but The Bachelorette, they must.
Oh, there's been so much coming out. Apparently the other cast members met with the Disney execs or Hulu execs or something literally a few weeks ago and said, we have serious concerns about Taylor, They knew. It's pretty gross.
Yikes.
On the production side of thing. I think the production and Mormon Church are the most to blame for this situation. But stay tuned as the story develops. I'm sure we'll have more on it.
I just learned so much because I literally had only seen the most extreme takes online. That's what we do. We go from impulse to judgment without knowing things. And so thank you for sharing a little bit more.
And again, so to be clear, not condoning violence. I'm not defending Taylor's actions whatsoever. I do think it's important, though. Exactly.
If she was literally being held captive, I think, yikes. So she'll get a good
Well,
lawyer.
and if
She'll be
you
okay.
watch the video, which we're not going to do here because we don't need to perpetuate the trauma, but
Right?
the video's out there
No.
if people want to watch it. And literally his
I
voice,
clicked out of it. I didn't want to watch it.
I think it's deeply triggering and people should not watch it. But he literally, his voice is like, "You always do this, Taylor. See, that's what you do." Like he's like goading her.
There it is.
And I'm like, that's not how someone who is afraid for their life talks. Like he would be like, "Oh my God, Taylor, you always do this." You know, like it would be a completely different tone of voice if he was actually afraid. So yeah, Dakota can also talk to the hand.
Boom, Dakota, talk to the hand.
There
Except
we go.
It doesn't have your name on it. Sorry, we didn't know.
Perfect.
I have one tiny piece of news before we close out, which is that Afro Man has saved the First Amendment. He might be a Trumper, I gather, but I contend that we got to welcome people home. And when you stand up to corruption, I'm here for it.
Yeah, you gotta recap this news for people.
Okay, so basically, a few years ago, I think 2022, the local county sheriff in Ohio, wherever he lives, raided his home. He wasn't there. His home is so normal. Like, of course, he's got a few outbuildings. He literally has like a ranch. The neighbors next door have horses. He has tile countertops. This man is like, even though he's a rapper and he's still working, he's not living some crazy, insane. Like, he has nice things, but it's not like insane. He's awesome. They raid his house, kick in his door. Everyone's looking at the lemon pound cake on the countertop that his mom made. That's the name of the song if you want to go check it out. He made a song. They were after him for apparently trying to sling 1,000 kilos of marijuana or something and kidnapping and trafficking.
Fucking
and so
crazy.
he took all of the thing because he had a home security system. He took all of it and just rapped and sang about what they were doing. So those cops contend that their lives have been ruined. So they're suing him for the things that they were caught doing on camera that were illegal, including stealing his money and how terrible he is to the police. They kicked his door in and brought in automatic weapons. No,
he's lucky
ma'am.
that they did. I mean, thank God they didn't kill him.
He's lucky he wasn't there. And they were like, well, how come you brought a lawyer down to pick up the cash that we stole and also didn't fully return, meaning we really did steal it? And he was like, because I didn't want to get Jeffrey Epstein or murdered by y'all.
Yeah, for real.
Look at what you did on tape. He just consistently said, this is what you guys chose to do, and me exercising my right to free speech to talk about it is perfectly within my rights. I didn't choose to come down with violence and kick anybody's door down and threaten them with a gun. Instead, we're turning my bad times into a good time. And I just thought that was really cool. His lawyer was fantastic, meticulously took apart these defamation claims.
I love that.
Afro Man ruined my reputation. Really? Because 3 years ago, your brother, who was also a cop, became a convicted pedophile. Did people treat you differently about that? No, I guess not. So did people really treat you different after Afro Man made that video? No, I guess not.
God.
There goes defamation out the window. But that lawyer went through every conceivable claim. And they couldn't even name the claims. It's like, okay, well, let's nail it down here. Couldn't do it. And when they did do it, they agreed what was happening was not defamation. So basically, don't go breaking into people's houses. And I hate to tell you, when you're a public servant, you are held to a higher standard. You do not want the government to be able to go around kicking in innocent people's doors and then punishing them for speaking about it publicly. That is unacceptable. Everybody makes mistakes. But sunlight is the best disinfectant. And so I'm like, do these cops even understand what it would mean if they won in this case? Do they understand what threat they are serving to not just a black man, but to everyone's right to free speech? Like, do they understand? No, they don't. Because as Afro Man famously remarked, these were some Gomer piles. And certainly it must just be a local phenomenon because that is not the case everywhere. That's a unique situation. I'm like, this guy lives like a regular person out in the country, and you guys just don't have anything better to do because you think he has money. Okay. I hope he makes $1 million off of
That's
this.
clan shit. Really, let's be real. It's clan shit.
It is local corruption, and it's so clear because they had a little local judge on it and just a little local sheriff's department. I imagine it's a lot like back home in Southeast Oklahoma where they talk about wanting to string out journalists and shoot them. Probably about the same level. Yeah. And so also I am originally from Ohio and then I grew up in Oklahoma. So I feel uniquely qualified to talk about the depravity of white trash. And so I am on Team Afro Man. Yeah. He may not be a perfect person, but I think he did a good thing. He showed up in the same, he was dropping songs every day after court.
That's
further
amazing.
Humiliating them. He made these people admit to stuff. He made these people like, oh, so he called you a liar. Yeah. Didn't your wife get arrested for stealing and embezzling from work? And he could open up foundation because these people would just stumble into it. They were not prepared. The judge is literally trying to help out these witnesses, even though their lawyer is doing nothing. So even the judge is trying to tip the scale in some kind of way.
Yeah, of course.
Afro Man hired a really solid lawyer. And not like a highfalutin. He's like a regular guy who's just really good at the law. Yeah. So it was a pleasure to watch. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. And I want that suit. Yep, I'll call it.
Free speech victory.
Free speech victory. You take them where you can get them.
There's a reason kids use Ohio as an example of a shitty place.
It's sus as hell.
Is that it? Do we have any other questions or anything else people want to talk about in the chat? Anything from the chat? Anything from the chat? Last chance. Last chance. Well, look,
we almost 2 hours.
We have, and I think we got through the road bumps a little faster this time. Maybe someday Meta will let us stream on their platform. Who knows? But in the meantime, thank you to everyone. We didn't even get to that news, but we can talk about that later. Metaverse is a flop. He's a big old flop. Yeah. So if we don't have anything else from the chat, thank you everybody for watching. And make sure you like, follow, subscribe, do whatever those things are before you go away from us for the night. And we will hopefully see you all again soonish if this is a thing people want from us. I don't know.
Thanks for stopping.
Let us know.
Let us know. It was great to have you today.
And enjoy the weekend.
Mwah. Good night, everybody.
Good night.